My name is Asaf. I live in Kiryat Tivon, Israel. I own and run this little coffee shop, Cafe Plus.
Asaf, you have this initiative that you want to promote. This idea supposedly will change our conduct and the way we see the world.
Hopefully so.
What is it all about?
Well, a few weeks ago, actually it came as I read a book, Conversations with God. And he has this phrase, you could actually stop all war tomorrow if you choose to. All it takes is for all of you to agree. Now, of course, when I read this phrase the first time, I thought, wow, I agree, of course, but there's some 5 billion other folks out there, what would they do? And then, when I read it again, I realized, hey, maybe we can find out. We can actually do that today with all the information we have and all the internet and the media. So I sat on it for a little bit and I figured, wow, if there is even the slightest possibility for that to happen, we should give it a go.
Throughout the history of civilization, some people have been trying to reach that honorable goal, but never succeeded. It seems to me that this objective, as much as it is noble and worthy, isn't practical. Perhaps because to steer wars is actually part of our being. It's something that is innate in our nature. Wouldn't you agree?
I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so. We assume it to be that way. We take it for granted that it must be. But I think we are at the time we can make a different choice. We can choose to live different. We've been living in this way for as long as we know mankind. But that doesn't mean we can't change. We have changed many other things in the past. We used to hang people in the town square. We don't do that anymore. We used to have slaves. We don't do that anymore. We used to treat women as inferior. We don't do that anymore. So we can actually change. And that particular exercise, which is the most cruel, devastating, damaging, unhuman exercise on the face of the earth, maybe we can change that too. And if we can do that, maybe the future on this planet could be different.
If I ask you to phrase your message in one sentence,
how would I phrase it? War no more. Let's take war off the table. Let's decide that this is no more part of the way we resolve our problems. It doesn't mean we have to agree about everything. It doesn't mean people should be friends all over. It doesn't mean we have to love everyone. It only says war would not be part of the solution anymore. We can find other ways to resolve problems between people.
I guess that you share your idea and desire with your friends and acquaintances. What sort of reactions you're getting?
Well, of course, at first it seems like totally out of the blue, like something unrealistic, like I'm a little bit like a clown, you know, like Don Quixote type of thing. But as soon as I managed to explain to them that that's actually a possibility, that there is nothing intrinsic in human nature that we have to kill each other in order to resolve problems, that the assumption that that's the way it has to be is just an assumption. There's nothing ingrained that it has to be. Then they started to look at it differently. They started to take serious. And most of them says, well, I don't think it stands a chance, but I'll be the first one to sign. And I hope many people will respond that way. Because when we start to see that that's what people really want, that that's what they believe, that that's what they aim to. You know, Eitan, there is one dream that I think is the most prevalent dream on the face of the earth of grown-up people, is to leave a better world for their children. I think we all do that. We all share that one dream. If there is one act that can really lead us there, I think this is it. If we can come to a place that we don't do this incredibly destructive practice anymore, we can imagine a much, much better world for our kids. I do earnestly believe that this is a real possibility, that this could actually happen. And I hope that in that petition that we start now, that ultimately I could convince enough people to believe that as well, to make a difference. And it's really important for me to emphasize that this is about us, about the people, not about waiting for leaders to do the difference. This is about us, the community of the people living on this planet, of what we can do together.